What's going on, y'all? This is Judge Reacts. Judge Reacts the channel. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, like, subscribe, share, comment this video, this page in general. I got great content coming for you guys. Great content, so just stay tuned. This video is going to be my personal 3 reasons why the Bills will beat the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend. Listen, I won't say that I'm the best or the most smartest Bills fan ever, because I mean, it's a lot of people in the world, and anytime you think you're the best, there's always somebody out there that's probably better than you. But I don't think there's too many people walking this earth that love the Bills and know the Bills the way that I know them, in my humble opinion. Please comment in the comments why you think that I'm wrong, and please let me know if you guys are Bills fans as well. So here we go, my 3 reasons why I believe that the Bills will beat Philly this weekend. Number 1 is, and I know y'all probably gonna be like, what are you talking about? But like I said, I know my Bills, so just tune. The defense. Now, you guys hear me say the defense and say, well, y'all been giving up these amount of points. You can't stop the run. You can't do this. The defense just heard you. But this is why I'm going to dispel why that's not fully true. See, the thing about football, you can look at the stats and they can say one thing, but they don't tell you when it happened and when it happens and how it happens. And that's where I specialize in, actually painting the full picture. So let's go to the defense. The last 4 games, really this whole season, but I'm gonna just go to the last 4 games. The one word that I will use that can explain the defense in its entirety, one word: timely. Yeah, timely. The Bills defense has been timely. Now, for you stat guys that like stats, take these stats in. Over the last 4 games, combined interceptions, sacks, and forced fumbles, you know how many combined the Bills have in the last 4 games? 16. You can go back and look, count them up, do what you want to do. They have 16. And more than 10 of those 3 that I just named happens in the second half. See, the thing about our defense is, so when Sean McDermott first got there, and see, a lot of you guys don't even remember because Josh Allen been dominating the past 8 years, but when Sean McDermott actually got there, the first quarterback that broke our spell of not making the playoffs was not Josh Allen. It was actually a quarterback named Tyrod Taylor. Shout out to you, buddy. You special in my heart forever. I'll never forget it. I was at the game when we actually made it to the playoffs. Shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals, something that they did. We ended up beating Miami, and because Cincinnati, I forget who they played, but they won, which mathematically, you know how it got. They put us in that, them winning put us in the playoffs. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, maybe that next year or shortly after, our team donated some money to one of their big charities, charities that they do in like Cincinnati, because we end up breaking the spell. So that was just a quick little Bills fact for you guys. But nonetheless, when Sean McDermott first got there, it was he was a defensive coordinator for Carolina when they went to the Super Bowl, when they had Cam Newton. Also, Brandon Beane was the GM for them too. So when they got to Buffalo, they came as a package deal. But our team was very heavy on defense, and we just kind of like supported Tyrod Taylor. He didn't make too many mistakes, and we were opportunistic and very dominant on defense maybe those first 4 years. Because shortly after, when we broke the playoffs, we ended up drafting Josh Allen. We didn't make the playoffs his first year, and then from his rookie year on, we've been in the playoffs ever since. But as Josh has ascended and we've put more money on the offensive side, we haven't been able to build the defense the way that it was, and we kind of lost players. Even though Tre'Davious is back, he was one of the ones that we lost kind of in his prime, and he did get injured too. But we've lost excuse my words, we lost Micah Hyde. We've lost Poyer, left for like a minute. It's just been, and then now, which is still in this point, the person that I am going to also mention that we will always lose to, that we actually have now, is Matt Milano. Shout out to Matt Milano. He's another he's another part of this first reason. Matt Milano, when he is healthy and he's playing, he's all pro. He's all pro. He is amazing. He is amazing, and him even being playing this late in the year, we haven't had that consistently the past four, I want to say 5 years. So the defense has been timely, specifically in the second half of these last four games. And they get that big takeaway. They get that sack. You seen last week with Shador. Shout out to him too. And I'm not even the biggest Shador fan. He actually gained a lot of points for me last week, but timely. The end of the game when we sacked him. Shout out to Greg Russo. If I'm not mistaken, you had 2 sacks last week. So yeah, the defense has been very timely. Matt Milano is here. So that's my first point. Defense timely. It's actually deeper than just us not being able to stop the run and the points. We stop it when we need to. It's very heavy on bend but don't break. Cool. Point 2. It's kind of obvious too. JA-17 and James Cook. So when James Cook held out, I know a lot of the Bills fans and just all Bills supporters like this summer when he was holding out, it was I think you could argue and say it was kind of split 50-50, but I would say that it was more, a lot of people was looking at James Cook like, bro, me, not really, because, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he had 18 total touchdowns last year. He balled out last year. Like, the yards wasn't there because Josh Allen, I mean, and it's always going to be tough for James Cook, and that's why I even give him more respect, especially this year, because Josh Allen is probably he's an alien. He's an alien, because right now he's over 1,400 yards. It's hard to get that many yards when your quarterback can possibly get you 600 to 1,000 yards also. So he's just coming to his own this year. The shiftiness, I mean, James Cook, I mean, now he comes from a line, I mean, his older brother was Dalvin Cook, and he dominated for years playing, but he has a different style. I feel like Dalvin Cook was more hit the edge, powerful, and James can hit the edge too, but you would think, because James isn't the most stocky, but James gets in between the tackles too, and he's just shifty, man. He's shifty, man. Shout out to James Cook. You have been performing this year, and the thing about it, the Bills are number 1 in rushing, which brings me to Josh Allen. I feel like Josh Allen has matured so much, and he's coming into his own mentally from the mental aspect of the game. Like, perfect example last week. He didn't even get 150 yards passing, but it wasn't no interceptions. And I feel like Josh is coming to the point where he's learning how to have those type of games and still win the game. And it's cool. And you still do your duties as a quarterback, and just you guys know, I am going to glaze a little bit. I mean, look, this guy has 37 total touchdowns already, and it's still 2 games to play. Like, you guys do know that. You guys do know that and I love our wide receiver core, but there's not a number 1 on this core. We are more tight end based passing like attack, but I mean, Josh, he's just at that point in his career where the first 4 or 5 years, you wanted to have that number 1 Stephon Diggs next to him just to give him that confidence to build his game to get to where he's at now, to where now he makes the receivers. You remember when Tom Brady, other than Randy Moss, and that was during the actually, he didn't even win a Super Bowl with Randy Moss, but the time when Tom did have a number 1, he was great, but he didn't win. All those times he won those Super Bowls, I mean, aside from the last one when he was in Tampa Bay they had Chris Goodwin and they had Mike Evans, so you feel me? But those ones in New England, it was a lot of Deion Branch and Givens, and I mean, they made Wes Welker and the Edelmans of the world. They were loved and they were beloved, but they weren't true number 1 like wideouts. You see what I'm saying? And I just feel like Josh Allen is at a point in his career where it don't matter. We could have the game where it could be the shootout, and I got to have 300 plus yards and 6 touchdowns, or I can actually just manage the game, let James cook, let me make my timely runs when I need to. Don't turn over the ball. Don't turn over the ball. You know, when Josh Allen doesn't turn over the ball, I think we're damn near undefeated this year. It's just one of those things where like our offense, when it's rolling, they can go 5 drives and score every time, and then it becomes to where, which goes back to my second point, the defense can be allowed to be opportunistic in the second half and timely, because Josh Allen's going to hit the gas where a lot of teams can't push that gas pedal the way that he's going to and score 5 times in a row. And then now the defense makes those timely 3 stops and get those takeaways and those sacks in that process, and then voila, we won. I feel like my team, they have just a way, they have a plethora of ways of winning. So Josh Allen, James Cook at an optimal level puts us right in the driver's seat. And my third and final point, guys, also, if you guys haven't liked this video yet, please like it. Please like it. Please comment. If you don't agree with anything that I'm saying right now, let me know. Let me know. I love the feedback, insight, and you guys' opinions. I'm really trying to build a healthy community of dialogue and agreeing and disagreeing. You don't always, listen, don't matter to me. As long as we keeping it cool and we being respectful, let me know. And which brings me to my third point, home field advantage. We are undefeated at Highmark this year, and I almost want to say we were undefeated there last year as well. Maybe lost 1 game in the last 2 years at Highmark. Maybe. The thing about our home field advantage, and it's funny that we're playing the Philadelphia Eagles. In my opinion, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills the fan bases are very similar. The only different, but the difference is, like, Buffalo Bills fans, like, we're crazy. Like, we are going to get drunk and we just going to, like, dive through, like, fire trash cans and do body slams off of trucks and just be out there damn near naked in 10-degree weather. Philly fans do the same thing, but they get a little bit more violent. They're a little more angry. I mean, they threw rocks at Santa back in the day. You guys know. But other than that, just the fandom of the fan base and how they support that team, we're very similar, very similar. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Philly. I have a lot of Philly family members. Shout out to my sister Daria. Love you, girl. Y'all going down this week, though. But yeah, our home field advantage. I mean, we've only have 2 more games left at Highmark before we go to the new stadium next year, which is right across the lot. The fans coming out rocking. We're going to rock. The Bills is one of the last few franchises. Maybe you can say Green Bay, because I would say Green Bay too, just because it's a smaller market. It's smaller than Buffalo, but Buffalo is small compared to other markets, but it's almost like that college feel. When you go to Orchard Park, it's similar to like going to Athens or going down to Baton Rouge. Like, that, it's nothing but, it's just the Bills. It's just the Tigers. It's just the Bulldogs. It's that the stadium literally shakes on third downs. You can feel it moving. They're going to come out and they're going to support from the beginning to the end, y'all. The home field advantage, with us knowing this is this is the second to last home game that we would have in this stadium, they're going to make it memorable. They're going to make it memorable, y'all. So those are my 3 reasons why I believe the Bills are in the driver's seat. Like I said, please follow this channel. Please subscribe to this channel. Please share it. Let everybody know that, hey, this new guy named Judge Reacts probably has pretty decent takes. More content is coming. More content is coming. I am enjoying my little Christmas vacation. I'm out here in Florida. See the backyard. I got the pool. I got the jacuzzi up there. I'm just enjoying life, y'all. I'm chilling. Just wanted to give y'all some content for the day. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to all. I have nothing but the utmost respect and love for y'all. Please get in those comments and let me know how y'all feel. Other than that, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Go Bills! Judge Reacts.